We go to Media Meltdown. Former MSLSD contributor says that with the re-election of Trump
is what it is.
There's going to be roundups,
What?
encampments, what? And even mass death.
A bullshit?
Oh my.
It's really hard.
I'm Jasper Gonzo, and this is just the beginning, folks.
How did we get here?
It's just the beginning. But what's next? Happy Thursday, ladies and gentlemen. Jasper Gonzo, what's next? Your daily dose. Hope you guys are feeling good today. Well, 48 hours removed. We're 48 hours removed of President Trump getting reelected, making him number 47. Now, of course, we've heard all the nonsensical garbage over the last 24 hours of how this is going to be the most destructive of our lifetimes. Hitler 2.0. Oh my gosh, round up your kids, lock them in the houses, lock them in the basements, because Hitler's coming for them. Well, speaking of, according to one former MSLSD correspondent, well, fired correspondent, and he turned out to be a security expert on top of it, Trump's re-election is going to be causing minorities roundups, encampments, and, shall I even say, mass death. Oh my, you should be scared. Not really. Here we go. This comes out of Breitbart. America voted for dictatorship. Malcolm Nance predicts mass deaths, warns minorities of roundups and encampments. Oh my, I think I'm a little scared now. Donald Trump's presidency marked the end of democracy and return to autocracy, according to former MSLSD security analyst Malcolm Nance, who blamed Americans for having voted for a dictatorship where loads of people will die. Oh my! Warning of free hunting seasons for blacks with immunity from white cops. And that Muslims and Latinos will definitely die in mass deportation roundups and encampments. Following Donald Trump's election as 47th President of the United States in one of the biggest ass whoopings since Reagan, left-wing author Malcolm Nance penned a fiery emergency article expressing alarm, portraying the election as a result of death of American democracy over his 1 million followers. Yes, those of you who follow him, you may want to unfollow. Just saying. Quote, I've written another one, just in case things went south. That moment has come. The United States have voted for a dictatorship, and decisively, he wrote. He also takes aim at those who voted for Trump, accusing white people, yes, of racisms, happily voted to impose tyranny over all other races and creeds. According to Nance, Trump's victory heralds a transition to autocracy ruled by white tribes, calling it a decisive end to what he dubs American experiment of democracy and democratic governance. Quote, my dear readers, if you're reading this, then the worst has happened. Sounds almost like, if you're reading this, I'm no longer here. Donald Trump has been elected 47th President of the United States, he writes. In the essay, Nate equates Trump's rise to the loss of liberty akin to America's colonial struggles. Of course it was. He declared Americans now live under a dictatorship, with Trump wielding power comparable to those of a king. We do not have a president. We now have a king with all the powers of King George III and had at the time of the American Revolution, he writes. He also asserts that Americans who oppose Trump now face tyranny that threatens every aspect of your daily life. Oh, can you feel the chills? Nance even likened the Trump administration to George Washington's army hypothetically defeated at the Delaware River crossing. He suggests that the nation has to be saved, that those who resist Trump must act as loyal and ardent defenders of those founding principles and to risk your life and fortune. Soon you may have to choose whether you protest if you American lurches into a complete dictatorship and or, quote, civil war, he argued. Nance presents the resistance as essential, citing both the Declaration of Independence and Thomas Jefferson's words as mandate to oppose what he perceives as Trump's despotic rule. Tell everyone what you think is right, honorable, and true before it's illegal, he warned. Really? Okay. He urged the readers to reject complacency, writing, you must hold fast, and what you know is right and true, that this is not MAGA, while challenging to prepare for a struggle he believes is necessary. Quote, you can surrender to America that is a dictatorship and fascist and will grind you in the day-to-day affairs of your life without any input from you, your friends, or your family. You can let other people dictate what your life will be. That's why it's called a dictatorship. Information will not be sent to you in any form of, quote, truth that they want you to see. Or you can commit to take some time off between now and Inauguration Day and prepare yourself for the upcoming political battle. In Nance's view, Trump's re-election signals a divisive era where he warns MAGA neighbors will view you likely as a foreign enemy to be intimidated, detained, or destroyed. Wow. He cautions the coming years will bring turmoil, economic hardship, and possibly civil unrest, urging those who oppose Trump to first organize the preparing to confront those anticipated challenges. We have work to do, he declared. In a radical post from Wednesday, Nance accused American voters of endorsing policies that would lead to widespread suffering under Trump. He warned that in Trump's re-election, Americans have voted to absolutely make sure that loads of people will die in Trump's hands, highlighted supposed dangers of various groups, from increasing school shootings to radical violence and persecution of immigrants to the hardline stance on internal conflicts. Quote, let me get something straight. The American people voted to absolutely make sure loads of people will die at Trump's hands. Their daughters, wives, children, fellow citizens will die from school shootings, pregnancy, and easily cured diseases. It's free hunting season for blacks and immunity from white cops. Muslim and Latinos will definitely die in mass deportations, roundups, and camps. Gaza will be bulldozed, if not ethically cleansed. Iranians who want democracy will die. Ukrainians will die in droves already. If you think your family is immune from Trump's dementia, wow, nice choice of words there, and chaos that is coming, did you forget about the coof? Nance has long positioned himself a staunch critic of Donald Trump and his supporters, often describing Trump's presidency in apocalyptic terms. In September, he condemned Trump's criticism of Kamala Harris, radically charged, asserting that they were aimed at motivating racist white men to outvote African Americans, even though blacks came out in droves and voted for Trump. Okay. Warning that Trump's racist rhetoric is not just a throwback to the past, it's a threat to our future, and insists our former president's attack on Harris is not just racist, but emblematic of a broader strategy to delegitimize black leadership. Nance also argued that Harris has embodied the American experiment, warning that efforts to delegitimize her reflect a broad threat to inclusive leadership in the U.S., stating that we must not let Trump or anyone else take that away from her or any of us. My thoughts. Wow. That's a mouthful from Malcolm Nance. You want to talk about Trump derangement syndrome 2.0 on steroids, doing hard lines, freebasing, and throwing a couple of bottles down at Jack Daniels while you're at it. This guy's a clown. He's a fucking clown, a moron, an idiot, a buffoon, an asswipe, assholery at its best. Yeah, he uses a lot of nice words, he compilated them together, some big words, But at the end of the day, he's a flat out racist and a fascist. We're the ones who have a problem. We're the ones who voted for Trump. We're the ones who have a problem. White America voted for Donald Trump. No, it wasn't white America. It was black America, Hispanic America, Asian America, Polish America, Italian America. Name the America that came out and voted for Trump. Everyone was depending on Karen and the cul-de-sacs to come out in droves for one Kamala. You had celebrity endorsement after celebrity endorsement come out for Kamala. You had cucks for Kamala, morons for Kamala, idiots for Kamala, douchebags for Kamala, transients for Kamala. And what happened? Trump didn't just win, he won big. So for those of you who are afraid of lower gas prices, lower food costs, solidifying the border, at least as best as human possible, trying to get the economy back on track, lowering inflation, having a foreign policy that, that shows a little bit of brain behind it, respect for our nation once again, then according to Malcolm Nance, prepare for, mass deaths because you're a racist and a bigot and you're for dictatorship. But who am I? And with that being said, I'm Jazz Berganzo. This is What's Next. Want to see more like this? Please leave a comment below. Like it, share it, subscribe to it. Hit that notification bell so you guys never miss a thing. Continue spreading the word about the show. Appreciate you guys watching as always. And we'll see you next time for more comedy. Peace.